Well, hello, you are hiking with Jenny on the Appalachian Trail. Today is day 152. We got dropped off by Ziggy at the Pinkham Visitor Center where we left off yesterday. Today I will be conquering the wildcats and some carters, hopefully. We'll see how today goes. I have a lot to update you on because things kind of got a little funky with planning this next section. So here's the thing. Brian is coming Tuesday, and it was the one day he could come because of his work schedule. So he's coming Tuesday, and he's gonna pick me up from Grafton Notch, and we're gonna stay in Bethel together. Lone Star planned to get to Bethel on Monday. So he's going to be doing this next section in 4 days, whereas I'm taking 5 days to do it. So that being said, he's pushing bigger miles now, and we will not be hiking together. And I'm sorry if that is disappointing to people, but I think that's just the reality of the trail, is that people have their different schedules and they have different goals, and it's just kind of how it is, where our goals are no longer aligned. So it was really nice to have a partner through the presidentials and everything. But I also love to hike alone too, so I'm not sad. We'll see Lone Star again. If it's not up the trail, it'll be in some reunion with 2020 sometime after the trail, and it'll be great. We're still friends. We're still in contact with each other. We're still going to update each other. That's never going away. Dungeons and distances forever. I'm sure we'll make new friends along the trail. We'll see old friends again, and it'll be like it always has been. Here are some exciting things that are happening today to put a more positive spin. So I mentioned we're climbing the Wildcats, I believe. I hopefully said that. If I didn't, we are climbing the Wildcats. So they're going to be tough. They are going to be tough. Very steep. I want to show you this beautiful river or stream or creek that we're walking alongside. Okay, so we're climbing the Wildcats. We're going to stop for lunch at Carter Notch Hut and kind of make a plan from there, because there isn't really any camping, official campsite options. There isn't any until Imp Campsite, and that's too much for me. That's where Lone Star is going, and that, well, it would only be a 13-mile day. It's like 5,700 feet of ascent, which is insane. I mean, it's possible. It's possible I'll make it, but I'm not going to count on it, because today is going to be tough. We're going to be gentle with ourselves and just do what we can. So I just checked, and we're not climbing Wildcat yet. We're actually climbing up to the Lost Pond. So that should be really nice to see. You might hear the wind noise in the background. It is pretty windy today, and I think it said gusts up to 30 miles an hour on the summits. So tonight should be interesting if I'm stealth camping somewhere near the summits. It didn't really look like there was much option. We're kind of just going to be up at elevation for a lot of the day today. So unless I wanted to descend down to Imp, which would be a really big day, I think I'm going to end up stealth camping somewhere high tonight. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I think this might be the pond. Nice. I have never done the Wildcats before, and I need them for my 48. So that's cool. I'll be able to check off at least 2 peaks today. Hopefully we'll have some views today because I think it's supposed to be clear for the next 4 days, 4 or 5 days. So feels, actually it is windy, but it feels nice with the breeze. It is currently 64 degrees. Good temperature for hiking. I just took quite a tumble. You know when you fall and you catch yourself, but then you're off balance and you fall again, and then you catch yourself again, and then you fall balance? It just kept happening. And I eventually caught myself before I landed on this rock. My head was like a foot away from it, and I'm just like this. So that was very close. It was a good thing I was able to catch myself. But yeah, you can't really let your guard down out here. Alright, about to start the climb up Wildcat. I don't know how much of this I'm going to record. We'll see. You could see that's Mount Washington right there with the towers. Pretty cool view. It is very steep. And these trails, I gotta tell you, they were not cut for people with short legs. Some of these are like pretty big steps, but that part looks pretty fun, actually. I can now see what all that noise is. I think they're doing... I don't know what they're doing, actually. I assumed logging, but I don't know. Wow. Pretty view. Okay. Looking at this at eye level. Gotta climb up there. This is definitely going to be a poles away situation. I have no idea if I did this the easiest way, but I basically just climbed up this boulder. And now I think I'm good, because then I can just make it to these rocks. And it's basically like stairs. So, that was not the easiest thing. It's kind of hard to like find a grip on these rocks sometimes. Woo! Lots climbing. I don't even want to check to see how much farther, because it's probably going to be disappointing. So I have to document whenever there's a flat bit, because it's just so nice and rare. Oh, how pretty. Nice little break from climbing. As usual, that was nice and short-lived. Back to climbing. Ooh. So I think we're actually done with the steepest part of the climb. We still have more climbing to do. But that last mile is supposedly the steepest on the entire AT. So that's pretty cool that we did it. We got it done. It took like 2 hours, but we got it done. Sort of feels like being on top of the world right now. Woo! Made it to the gondola. Considering it took us 3 hours to get here, to go 2 point something miles, 3 miles seems so far. Alright, Wildcat D for number 42. thought occurred to me that if I make it down to Carter Hut by around 4 o'clock, I might see if they have a work for stay available, because today's just been so slow going, and a hot cooked meal sounds pretty good. I don't know how the sleeping situation would work though, since I have a hammock, so I would need to ask about that. But we'll see how I'm feeling when I get down there. I'm at least stopping there to get soup. Today's just been up and up and up and up. So much climbing. Whew! Made it to the summit. This is number 43. I think that's where we just came from. Alright, coming up to Carter Notch Hut. It's 3 o'clock. I might hang out here for a little bit. Okay, so I got a work for stay. I'm kind of more just doing this for the experience because I've never done it and this is like my one last chance to do it. But also getting free food is nice. And today was kind of hard, and I think it'll be good to have a shorter day, rest up my legs, and then I'll do a longer day tomorrow when the terrain isn't as crazy as today was. So the rundown for the work for stay is basically you have to help them out with some kind of task for an hour to 2 hours. And then once all of the registered guests have had dinner, you can eat with the crew at 8 o'clock or so. They have quiet hours starting at 9, and then after that, you are welcome to sleep on the floor in the dining room. However, since I have a hammock, they said that they would let me hang the hammock from the rafters in the dining room. So that was a question I had. I thought maybe I couldn't do a work for stay if I had a hammock because I don't carry a sleeping pad. So that's really cool that they're letting me do that. And then in the morning, you need to be out by 6:30, they said. But they said I could hang around until 8 o'clock for breakfast if I want, or I could just head out. And I think I would probably just head out. I'm just gonna hang around here until they need me to do something.